as Asian designers, it's extremely important for us to incorporate both Asian design and Western design to kind of show people that Asian designers are also creative thinkers and we're not just manufacturers for the world.
Good morning, Vince.
Great. Thank you for this opportunity, really.
Vince, you joined CIS in reception and stayed all 14 years through year 13, graduating in 2007. And from all accounts, you personified the extraordinary community spirit of our school while you were here with us. IB higher level art was your favorite subject, and you went on to study architecture at Cornell. You then decided to join with your wife and fellow architect, Lim Lu, in founding the award-winning interdisciplinary architectural design practice called Lim Lu.
But I think with an architecture education, a lot of other professional fields actually open up in the creatives. And part of what I do is, after founding the multidisciplinary design studio, we focus on interiors, furniture, and products. So a whole spectrum of design, really. And the reason we do that is because we see design holistically. We want to curate the entire space from the interiors to the furniture that gets placed in it and the objects that go on top of it.
So you've described your work as challenging norms and pushing boundaries. Can you tell us more about how you approach each of the projects that you take on?
I mean, I think the really good examples to use would be, the frame table or the float table or even our stack stool. So these are furniture products that really started off our professional careers. We lived in Hong Kong and New York, both cities, densely populated city with small apartments. And so part of our design thinking was, how do we create furniture that would function well in small apartments? And how these pieces challenges the norm is depending on how you actually use it in your daily lives, that table actually adapts to you. So if you have a lot of things and you like to show a lot of things on your coffee table, the frame table, you could actually cover it all with these panels. Or if you have less things and you want it to be more of a sculptural piece, you could start removing these panels and it becomes a very light, delicate frame.
Fascinating. And where does that passion for this creative life you're leading come from? Is it something you always felt, or is it something that you discovered at one point in your life?
I think the passion for pursuing something creative has always been with me ever since I was young. I remembered I would always have a pen and a piece of paper or a pencil with me wherever I went and just doodle all the time. I think with creative people, a lot of these creativity and creative juices kind of gets instilled in you at an early age. And for me, I come from a family of, my father is a renowned architect in Hong Kong. My mother studied interior design. My brother also went to architecture school and is now a practicing interior designer. And same as my wife and my sister-in-law. So we're a family of designers and creatives, and conversation at the dinner table always revolves around design.
How does your day-to-day creativity happen?
But one thing I do like to do often would be taking walks and really just seeing the world and getting inspired by things around you. That to me is really important to kind of getting my creative juices flowing. Another thing that we've recently implemented in the office in our small studio of 8 people is implement kind of a creative Monday morning session where it's a quick charrette exercise where we'd say, for this Monday, we're all going to design one chair. Everybody's going to get half an hour to design a chair and 5 minutes to present and talk about their chair design.
Can you tell us a little bit more about how important openness to other people and cultures is?
Apart from kind of formal education, learning in the classroom and, learning through textbooks, I think it's another part that's essential to our development as people is learning from different cultures. And I think that is kind of the education that you don't learn in classrooms, but you learn by being around people. Everybody's trying to achieve the same goal and the same answer, but the way they do it might be slightly different, and we could all learn from each other how to do things differently. For the split vase specifically, we went to Jingdezhen, which is the porcelain capital of China. And we kept seeing these Ming vases on the streets. You know, they scatter and litter the entire street. You know, these are such symbolic objects. We bought a bunch of different vases and different types and different shapes and different styles. And we thought about combining the two. So at the end product is seeing something that's familiar yet offers a new perspective, really.
Thank you. What's the design project of which you're most proud, would you say, and why?
A project that is maybe not as glamorous as some other projects that we do, but it's definitely one that's most sentimental to us. Furniture collection that was commissioned by Cornell University, which is where my wife and I met when we were studying architecture school. And it's a furniture collection that is supposed to be extremely adaptable and flexible to the space. Each piece has two functions to it. Whether the sofa is standing up, it's a coat rack or bookshelf, and when it's down, it becomes a sofa piece. And the reason why that specific project has the most sentimental value and we're most proud of that project is because we're able to give back to the university.
Do you feel that the process by which you proceed as an artist, in some sense, could help us even address an issue like the COVID-19 virus?
I mean, I'll answer the question how I'm perceiving it, maybe.
Yeah.
I think for us in our profession, you know, we do a lot of trial and errors and we do many options, basically. You know, we know that the client wants, you know, this and that, but how do we fit everything that they want into it? And that comes through trial and error. We always provide maybe 3 options and 3 kind of material palettes. And then the client could decide this is what I actually really like, rather than just straight feeding them this is the answer.
Vince, as you know, all of our 1,531 students and many of the 410 strong staff we have here at Chinese International School have been working at home. Do you have any simple advice you could give them to somehow make their environments more enjoyable, more livable?
I think one of the largest tips that we always give our clients would be to introduce plants. I think greenery always helps, especially in a confined space. And if, you know, with this working from home arrangement, adding greenery would definitely help. It feels like you're outside in nature, even though you know you're trapped at home. Another might be splashes of colors here and there. That would also help, you know, just to brighten up your day. And it could be something simple like a colorful mug.
Vince, it's been a real pleasure talking with you, and we appreciate the time and the passion that you have shared with us this morning. It really will go such a long way for our students and our alumni and our parents and our staff members and friends of the school who are going through a challenging moment and for whom these kinds of precious exchanges are treasures. So thank you so much.